Thank you, Mr. Khalid. Thank you, Madam Kim, for the wonderful introduction about this whole day today. All right, I'd like to say thank you to all these participants for making time on the Friday night to be here today to listen to this presentation and also sharing. Now, allow me to share my screen. Good job, yeah. Okay. Let's be a little bit interactive in this session. Please, you can unmute yourself anytime, all right, during this presentation, and just shoot me any question lah. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, web guru Jacob Nielsen has a very interesting exercise that assesses whether a content communicates effectively during the first how many seconds? 10 seconds. Now we're going to play a simple experiment. All right. If you're ready, please type in the chat bar 8888. Amazing. This is for me to know that you guys are paying attention. All right. The next slide. Now, please unmute yourself and tell me what does this image tells you in less than 10 seconds. Okay. The first picture.
Prayer room. Picture of prayer room.
Prayer room. Okay, fine.
All right. Solat.
Okay, solat. Okay, cantik. Now, next picture.
Sembayang.
Sembayang, cantik. Next picture.
Muffin.
Biscuit.
Cupcakes.
Dessert.
Calories.
You guys don't really read, all right?
Locker.
You have to look at the pictures.
Locker.
Okay. Locker. Okay, great. All right, next picture.
Lion.
Clickbait.
Clickbait. Thank you, Neil.
1,620 comments.
Okay. Amazing. All
Need a
right.
haircut.
Need a haircut. Okay, next one.
Joy.
What joy? Christmas joy?
Enjoy.
Happiness.
Happiness. Okay, next picture.
Jump.
Clickbait again.
Clickbait again. Now, images like this, will you click to find out more? And I think most of the time, websites or social media pages have these powerful clickbaits that will lure you to find out more. But my question is, does these images tell you what are they selling or what they're doing in less than 10 seconds?
No.
I think most of you here are just looking at the pictures. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the answer. Now let's look at the next image. Huh? Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't tell you anything yet. Then the next image right now.
KFC.
KFC.
What is the 11111?
It's actually 7.
Transport.
Or 7777? The
Delivery number.
Okay.
Number.
Now the next question, the next picture. Okay, this is the last picture.
On-time delivery.
All right, on-time
Definitely.
delivery, deliver on time in the nick of time, doesn't matter. All right. So how was the experiment just now? Isn't it amazing that there are many types of strategies that you're able to use to captivate your audience? This is basically very crucial because we are living in an era where we get to see how many messages per day. Any guesses? How many messages are you exposed to per day?
Don't know, countless.
Countless. The answer is 10,000, more than 10,000 messages per day.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, now good evening. Once again, my name is Aaron Kwan, and I help organizations, especially brands, to skyrocket marketing excellence in social media. Now, allow me just to introduce myself. I studied in a top MBA school in Asia, Putra Business School, and I was the top 3%. I started my digital marketing journey at one of the digital startup focusing during that time. It was back in 2005. It was known as a Web 2.0. Now sudah Web 4.0, Web 5.0 lah. Okay, and during the time, our company was valued more than 4 million, and we sold the whole company. Now, currently, I'm a managing partner for AK47, and we are an award-winning social media management and learning agency with presence in Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, and also in Hong Kong. Now, let me blow a little bit of my trumpet lah, okay? Some of the key highlights of my career include I work very closely with the late Tan Sri Dr. Lim Eugene. He's my mentor. I work with David Morey, the author of Creating Business Magic, one of the number one best-selling author in Amazon. And I was one of the key speaker for People 4.0, creating the future of work. And currently, I own 2 cafes in Taman Tun Dr. Ismail. So please feel free to give me a beat. If you want to talk about social media, please come to my cafe and we can talk about social media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is all about creating a very powerful and impactful social media posting. Now, there are many methods to do so, but today, particularly for this session, I'd like to talk about 3 steps. How many steps? Only 3 steps. Thank you very much. Now, the foundation of creating social media posts is about understanding the problem that your target market is trying to solve. Now, these problems, let's be very realistic about these problems. And these problems have to be very, very authentic. Not just the ones that you pluck out from the sky, else ended up very shocked sendiri, okay? Now, I will give you a very simple structure to look at the problem and also frustration that your target audience is facing. Now, this is basically what we call a value pyramid. A value pyramid is something that we use when we design a social media campaign. Now, we have to look at the problems that your target market is experiencing and look at the values that they care about. Now, for example, I give you a very good example. Most of you have witnessed some of the advertisements by the utility company and also oil and gas company, okay? And this kind of advertisement invoke a lot of nostalgic memories of the past and the present and evoke many emotions. And we know that these kind of ads are basically targeted to working individuals who are so stressful at work and they want to spend time with their family. Betul ke tak betul? Betul kan? Have you seen some advertisement by Tenaga Nasional, by Petronas?
Yeah.
All right. It makes you want to go home and celebrate together with your loved ones. Now, these brands understand what problems their target market is facing. And they play around with this kind of value pyramid and create a campaign to suit them. So this is basically the value pyramid. You can download the value pyramid in whatever page. Just type there value pyramid. But most specifically, look into the value pyramid, which is valued by according to the geographical region, all right? Value pyramid for the Westerners and the Asians may be different. So you have to be careful about the following. Okay, so far so good. First step is to look at the value pyramid of your target audience and to find out what are the 3 problems that they are facing. All right, list out 3 problems that your target audience is facing and make sure that it has to be real, has to be authentic. Hey, for example, let me just share to you what, anyone would like to share what would be the problems that your target audience is facing for your business. You can unmute yourself and just share it to the floor. All right, thank you, Belinda. Logistic, delivery, service, courier. Oh, sorry, this was the earlier images. Anyone would like to share what are the problems that target audience are facing in your business?
Lack of time.
Lack of time. Now let's check out the value pyramid. Yeah, lack of time. All right. So basically, your target audience, you can create social media posting that is related to your target audience that value time saving. Okay, it could be at the bottom of the pyramid under the functional category. Okay, what else? Is this problem realistic? Lack of time.
Where Toastmasters is concerned, recognition.
All right, recognition. Well, that's very high up. Means it's on your mindful category. All right. It's more to your target audience would be those that value self-actualization, self-transcendence. They need a great affiliation and recognition. All right, good. All right. Now, first step, understand what would be the value pyramid that your target audience are championing or they care about, and list down 3 top frustrations that they are facing. Now, the next step is look into how are these problems being solved today. So can you tell me, for those that love recognition, sorry, I can't see your face. I can't see who mentioned that just now. All right, for those that, for your target market that values recognition, how do they solve their need to look for recognition? What are they currently doing? Now, this can be for direct competitors or the existing ways that your people are employing to address these following problems.
If it's a recognition, this new from one team. If it's recognition, I think that person perhaps will show his recent award so that to prove that he is being recognized.
Okay, amazing. Thank you, Neil. Okay, what else? It is very important for you to understand how your target markets are solving the problems right now. Whether they're using your product or using your competitor's product or not even using any products, they solve it with their own technique. You must find out, okay? Now, up next, number 3. Now, I will show you some very good example on how this Tony's Chocolonely, all right, create amazing Facebook posts in their social media page. What kind of problem are they trying to solve when you look at this particular Facebook page?
100% slave free.
Exactly. Thank you, Neil. Is it Neil? Your voice sounds like Neil.
It's me.
Okay,
Yes.
now we can immediately identify that they're on a mission to make 100% slave-free chocolate. Now, your role as a marketer, you have to identify whether your target audience shares the same value or not. Otherwise, this post has no clear direction. If your target audience value to make the world a better place, on a mission to make this particular chocolate bar 100% slave-free, then you are on the right track. So in the near future, when you create any social media posting, make sure that you are solving your target audience problems and make sure it resonates with their value pyramid. Okay, so far so good.
Can I ask a question, Aaron?
Yes, please do.
My name is Tarunji. I'm from MIMKL. Okay, regards with your first slide, right? The 10-second. What can you tell? Whether the message, you can relate the message in 10 seconds. But from this, if you say this is a great posting on Facebook, I don't get it. I have to read it. So
yes,
it takes me more than 10 seconds. So
yes, but
are you saying that this is the correct message or this is how it should be done?
No, this is basically whether it's good or whether it's bad. I can't tell you whether it's a good or bad. But if this particular posting can tell you the message within 10 seconds, then I would say that this is a good post.
Oh no, it took me, I'm still searching. But then I saw this 100% slave free. Else, I don't get it. Seriously.
All right, thank you very much for your feedback. Now, the reason why I highlight this particular posting is because that it shows that who are they targeting? Okay, so moving forward, please take note of the first 10 seconds at the same time. All right, so far so good.
Aaron, I want to ask you a question. Let's say in your posting, if you are having so many words, is it attractive? Especially so when you wanted to captivate the audience or the reader's attention, when you put it to the posting, too much of writing and too small the print, it is definitely not captivating. Just like what Tamizi said, I will take more than 10 seconds to digest. Then only at the last line you say 100% slave-free, the norm in chocolate. So actually it has diluted the attention.
You are absolutely correct. Okay. Now, but you have to take note, there are many types of learners out there. There are visual-driven learners, and some learners, they love to listen. They are audio-based, and some learners are kinesthetic. Okay. So it is actually very important for you to understand your target audience. My principles is very simple. A post have to communicate everything within 10 seconds. Now, these posts may not be a good post, but what I'm trying to highlight is they actually satisfy the requirements of looking at the value system that their target audience is actually looking at. That's the whole point of this particular posting. Whatever post that we do as a standard practice in our agency, we love to create, we call it appealing visual, very vivid images to capture the attention. That's our style, huh? Yeah. Okay.
I have a comment. Would it be better if 100% slave free is the main selling point for this particular product? Then why don't they put 100% slave free as the headline on top so that people can see right away? That's the message that they want to convey. Then everybody gets it.
Yes, you are right too. There are many ways of designing the copywriting for this particular posting. Okay, there are many styles. You don't even need to write the caption. You can actually put it as part of the design. Somehow this brand, this is their style. They felt that yeah, there are many styles. I wouldn't say this is right, that is wrong. But what I like to convey the essence. I think all of you capture the essence. As long you deliver the right key messages within 10 seconds, then you're on the right track.
Okay, sorry, me again. Okay, where do you place this in the value chain?
Let's look at the value chain. All right, for the target market that values the corporate social responsibility angle, maybe it could be from the segment of providing hope, maybe being mindful. Can I say that? Is it okay to say that?
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Okay, let me show you more examples. Then we can go on debating whether this is a good post or it's not a good post. Yeah, let's check out the next one, Pula. There's a few that I want to share to all of you now. The next one is, this is a social media post that inspires busy people to thrive in a changing world. So what do you think? Do you think that this is a good post or this is not a good post?
Not very attractive.
Okay. Why? Because the design is not nice, or it's not attractive, it's boring?
Too much words.
And again, yes, too much words, okay? Too much words, it doesn't tell you what is this brand actually doing, things like that. Or it could be one thing that you guys are not their target market. Now, please take note. Maybe you guys are not interested in posting like this because you may not be the target market that they're looking for. So ladies and gentlemen, when you create a social media posting, you need to understand your target market very, very well. Now let's take a look at the next one.
The one thing, Aaron,
Yeah.
just now, will it be better? The last two lines, learn a proven method for creating a social strategy. This line itself can, if it is bold or maybe colored it and in bold, it would be captivating. Then people will get it straight away. A proven method for creating a social strategy, rather than just
nothing going on.
Very plain together with the other text. Yeah, that's my thought.
Amazing. All right. You guys are really visual driven, and I like that very much. Yes, we love to see captivating images. And it's actually very important to convey everything. And again, back to the same principles, first 10 seconds, very important. Now let's take a look at the next image by IKEA. So can you tell anything from here?
Vegan friendly.
All right, vegan friendly.
It's for different target audience. Like there's a family, there's like corporate people, like it's for anyone.
Yep. All of your answers are basically correct. So ladies and gentlemen, as the world is gearing forward to be a much more sustainable plant-based diet, now this post by IKEA is also targeting their customers who are championing this cause. So back to the same principle. First and foremost, you must know that you're solving your target audience frustrations and also their problems. Now let's take a look at the next picture. Now, most of us know that job market right now is getting worrisome. As many are being retrenched and the economy is pretty unpredictable. Now, this causes a lot of concern among the employees, and Hewlett-Packard HP realized this problem and they created a social media campaign targeting employees' welfare. All right, they also understand that what steps an employee is taking to create more job security. All right, some of the employees right now, they do side hustle like taking up freelancing jobs in Fiverr. You know, some of them are becoming Grab drivers. You know, HP understand this and they address this in their social media campaign. All right, so far so good. Okay, now next one is we talk about solution, step number 2. Now earlier on we talk about problems, and right now we would like to know what is your solution to solve these problems. In step number 2 of the social media planning strategy, we discuss about solutions to solve these problems, right? Now, this is an example on how Netflix Malaysia, diorang mendorong pelanggan dia untuk menikmati filem tanpa had dengan satu harga. Dalam pergi tengok wayang itu kadang-kadang sangat mahal dan juga terpaksa melalui kesesakan jalan. What I mentioned just now is, this is how Netflix Malaysia created a campaign that promotes their service for only one subscription that would give you an access, unlimited access in Netflix. So this is the way that Netflix solved the problem by giving them a solution. Up next is Subway has created a solution for those that love mac and cheesy stuff. I will show you more examples. The next example would be Shopify. Shopify Plus talks about reliability and accountability when we run an e-commerce store. Now, not to forget the use of WhatsApp in your phone. All right, since WhatsApp is basically the #1 social media app in Malaysia, it is basically important to ensure that your profile stands out. And for those that is not using WhatsApp right now, you can use WhatsApp to actually promote whatever businesses that you have, because WhatsApp, it's ranked as #1, the most used social media platform in Malaysia. So ladies and gentlemen, have you harnessed the power of WhatsApp for your business? Now, let's take a look at this particular diagram. WhatsApp would be the most popular one, followed by Facebook and Instagram, Telegram, Facebook Messenger, TikTok, and so on. Now, most of our clients are still focusing on Facebook and Instagram. Now, you must also understand that TikTok is gaining the traction and momentum right now. And their marketing ecosystems are very, very favorable to most of the business here. And if you're not using TikTok, please do so. And always remember, the first few things that you need to do is you must understand what are the problems and what are the solutions that you can offer. Now, step number 3 is understand Jerry's top 10 rule. Now, in social media, this is basically what we love to do. We have to be very honest with whatever that we are claiming. Okay? Paper never refuse ink. Social media will never refuse a hype. Okay, if you can't deliver within 4 hours, please don't promise that you can do so lah. All right. So you have to be true to what you're posting. Now, we love to be simple, avoid jargon, and be very, very specific. As we know that time is the scarcest resources. We are exposed to more than 10,000 messages per day. So avoid all this complexity, as people is very confused today. We usually we state our offer very clearly. One call to action, very simple, straightforward call to action that you want your user or your customers to do after they look at the particular social media posting. So what exactly are you trying to promote right now? Remember, one call to action only. Now tell them about your product limitation or your service limitation, because no one is perfect. Now, resonating to what we have mentioned earlier, have a very clear call to action. If they like what you have to offer, please tell them how to get the following services or products. Tell them quickly if they are not your customer. All right, there's nothing I find it more frustrating and finding out at the last moment that this particular brand, they cannot deliver what they have promised to me. So if this person is not your customer, you have to let them know that you are not my customers. Okay, please do it tastefully lah. Just don't tell them that, hey, you're not my customer. All right. Now, I appreciate all of your comments earlier. You know, some of you may find it that this particular posting is not attractive. This particular posting is very long, so wordy, it's confusing. So ladies and gentlemen, please make your social media posting as short as possible. It has to convey the problem and the solution in a very short manner, okay? Now, please write the following for social media. Avoid telling the customers to download a Word file, a PowerPoint file, or PDF file, or getting them to another website. No, please do everything in that particular posting. All right, avoid making them to do additional tasks. So leave it at 9. If you want to create a 10 rules, but you can only find 9, so leave it at 9. So ladies and gentlemen, today we have just discussed about the following, some of the key principles that we as an agency, we use for the past 15 years in our activation. We love to communicate whatever we need to communicate within 10 seconds. And I believe that all of you have experienced the little experiment that we had just now on the images. After that, we also talk about how to identify the problems and make sure these problems are authentic and is very realistic. We also discuss about how to find out on solving these problems today by your target audience. Now, these are the key fundamentals that most brands miss out when they create social media posting. They fail to address what their key audience want to see. Now, most brands, they love to talk about my unique selling point. Most of the brands love to talk about what I am offering without understanding what their target audience cares about. Now, let's not do that, and let's start to implement an amazing social media strategy to skyrocket your brand today. So these are some of the tips that I'm able to share for tonight's Toastmaster event. I'd like to say thank you once again, and I appreciate your feedback. Please feel free to ask me any questions.
Aaron, Benny here. Aaron.
Yep. Hi, Benny.
Hi. Can I just ask, in terms of Toastmasters clubs, there's now this problem of poor attendance, dwindling attendance, members are not engaged, not responding to messages. What kind of a social media strategy can we use to bring back the attendance in club meetings?
Okay.
In your opinion?
If you don't mind, I would like to be a little bit critical here. Okay, now this poor attendance, is it the problem of the club or the problem of your members? And I will look at your members as a customer. All right, is this a customer problem or the club problem? Now, first and foremost, you have to identify this.
Let's look at both aspects. If it's the club, this is the customer's problems.
All right.
First, and then look at the club problem.
I don't think so. This is the club. Sorry, this is the customer's problem. Sorry, I'm a little bit critical here. Now,
the customers are the club. The club is made out of members, so it's a club problem. It's actually the members' problem as well.
So I wish to ask about the difference between the club and the members. So you're taking the members as customers, then the club will be the supplier. Is it?
Yes.
All right. Okay, now it's clearer.
We have to understand what is their motivation. Without understanding their value pyramid, their motivation is basically very hard to design the social media strategy. Yep. So if let's say their value system is all about receiving recognition and they love their friends, they want to have a great sense of belonging with their friends in the Toastmasters, maybe moving forward, you would like to create some of the social media campaigns or social media posting that touches on these aspects. Just focus on 3 only, not more than 3. Just focus on 3. By focusing on 3 problems that you want to solve, you can create a 1 whole year social media campaign. It's so powerful. Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron. That's wonderful.
We are also facing the same thing, attendance problem. I'm not alone.
That's common, all right? Yes. Every club, yes.
So basically, if the members they like the camaraderie, they like to have like sense of belonging. So our posting in Facebook, we highlight the club activities, right? Club what we offer, for example, out of club meeting activities, something like that.
Now, when we do social media initiative, we love to focus on problems. We don't like to focus on happy stuff. I mean, not to say happy stuff. We love to actually look into helping our target audience to solve their frustrations. Whatever things that related to their club activities, these are this would be something additional where we call it the unique buying benefits that you can actually offer to solve their problems. So we can look at it from two approaches, but always focus on the problems. Your activities in your club, the weekly activities, the theme of the day, the word of the day that you actually highlight in your social media posting, does it really help in solving their problems? So moving forward, we have to be very tasteful in designing the caption and try to put this repurpose, we call it repurpose it into answering their problems lah. Yep.
I also guess the real problem is that we don't know what their problem is. And we don't even know how to ask so that we can know what their problem is. So difficult it's a catch-22 situation.
Yeah. I think to find out what is the problem, usually it's a good practice to have a focus group, maybe a focus group, questionnaires that you actually receive from the customer service, based on interview. This is how we get all this data lah.
I want to ask another question. Sometimes, like Benny said, we don't know. And then there are some members who just would want to do like 3 speeches for the whole year. And they want to stay, but they only want to do a few speeches for the whole year. And then so like how they say they want to improve their public speaking, but then when we encourage them, they said, oh, you know, next month and next month. So then how can we kind of encourage that to be more active?
If you find that this is actually a problem that the club is facing, I'm gonna refer to the club as a supplier. Yeah. Now I would like you to look at the problems from the shoes of the members. Don't look at it from your point of view. Please look at it from their shoes. All right. Understand why are they prolonging the process? Why are they procrastinating? You know, next month. We have to find out why. Then you'll understand how to solve this problem. That's one of the reasons why we don't like to deal with human. This is a very behavioral. We like to deal with products. So it's easier to actually, you know, yeah.
Aaron, my question would be about how frequent do we need to post on social media, whichever channel that we choose, right? How frequent would it be? Example, Facebook.
Okay. I usually don't answer from this point of view. I would like to understand the requirements first. The brand requirements is very important before we talk about the frequency of the posting. If your brand is undergoing a process called awareness, you know, awareness program, then awareness, the way to measure whatever programs for awareness is, when you talk about Facebook, is the number of impression and also the number of reach. It's a number game. The more eyeballs, the better it would be. So in order, as you know that each and every one of us here is bombarded by more than 10,000 messages a day, let's try to find a slot to reach to the audience. So I would recommend daily posting. That means 30 posts in a month. There's no right, there's no wrong lah, huh? All right. You want to increase the intensity, it's also okay, because as long it managed to reach them lah.
This is a awareness
stage.
Awareness stage.
So we always look at the brand requirements, the requirements of why you even want to use Facebook. Because Facebook, always remember, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, these are just a platform. Most important, we must understand the requirements that you're planning to do first. That's the most important thing. Maybe Facebook is not the right tool to use. Yeah.
Aaron, in terms of WhatsApp, I think because members are bombarded with so many messages on WhatsApp, sometimes there's the WhatsApp fatigue, you know, that people just want to just mute the WhatsApp. And in doing so, the engagement for the members have been lost. So just try to find from your perspective, what kind of social media strategy can we use? Or for example, what are the do's and the don'ts in terms of sending WhatsApp messages in a group, for example, a club group?
Okay, the good way to answer this is we love to intrude. Marketers love to intrude. We love to use the insurgent strategy. We don't need to play safe when it comes to marketing. I think we have to be a bit revolutionary. When you want to send a message across, most important, we must understand what is the end goal. We want to ensure that this message reaches our customers, and we look at things from the measurement perspective, how many reach that we can achieve by using WhatsApp. You know, I love using WhatsApp. We even invested in a third-party device to actually create a WhatsApp mailer lah. We call it WhatsApp mailer. We update our clients right now by using WhatsApp. You know, we don't use email anymore. You know, who knows? Maybe in the near future we may go back to SMS. You know, things like that. Yeah. So WhatsApp, it's a good tool to actually reach your customers effectively right now. We look at the effective rate lah. Whether they want to mute you or they don't mute you, that's another thing that that's another problem lah. Huh? Okay. Well, I mute some of the chat rooms as well. Yeah, that's what I do. There's too many lah.
I think, sorry, I don't want to monopolize the discussion, but I think one of the greatest challenge that I face is getting members to respond to some of the WhatsApp information. For example, the very recent COT2, we wanted members to do up the moments of truth survey, and we keep sending out the request to do it, but the response rate is so poor, you know. So is there a strategy you can use to get better engagement?
To get better engagement, the principle is the first few principles that we have been discussing. Number one is the visual, the message, and also the value pyramid that your members that actually they value lah. I think it's very important to look at that. Please take a moment to relook back at the value pyramid and make sure that it's resonating with what they are doing lah. Yeah.
May I share a thought? When you mentioned about the moment of truth and Aaron mentioned about customers, do we know what their frustrations are? I made a discovery during the COT2 when the MOT answers were shown. And I was surprised by some of the answers offered by my club members. That means I never asked them and I never knew what their needs are. Yes, so I have been taking things for granted. So this, I think, is so important to know our customers. And it's true. We take them for granted, but we never really ask what are your frustrations and what kind of solutions you're looking for. Thank you for the enlightenment.
Having said that, Kim, I think we also need to take it with a pinch of salt. Many of the responses are just about 4 to 5, and those 4 to 5 responses in the club are largely the EXCO members. So I'm not entirely certain that the results of the MOT survey from just less than 10 members is a valid response as well, you know.
Yeah, in my club, it is about 90%.
That's very good. But
Yes,
generally,
yeah,
generally
they are
the
very
response quite low. You know.
Oh yeah, the cooperation is incredible. But the answers to some of the questions really make me think about what they are looking for. So that's a revelation. So I must not take things for granted.
Aaron, just now we talked about the frequency. You said like 30 days, 30 per month for awareness stage. How about the timing? Is timing plays an important role? Time like we post at night or post in the morning?
Yes, timing is very, very important. There's a system that we actually use to actually identify what we call the optimal timing of the posting. So this is driven by AI, artificial intelligence. We will find out, they will find out for us lah, what is the suitable time lah. You know, you guys have been checking out Facebook when it's traffic jam. So maybe traffic jam timing around 4:30, 5:30 is a good timing. Or maybe 8 p.m. after dinner, you know, or before you sleep, 11 p.m., you know, you scroll your Facebook page, you know, so these are the good timings. Yep.
I attended a LinkedIn marketing training, and they told us for LinkedIn posts, you put it in the morning, like 7 a.m. That will be the most effective for LinkedIn. So I'm not sure that's what I heard.
All right, posting whatever timing it has to be. There's no one right answer. Everything is determined by looking at the data. If your data and the frequency shows that your brand has a high interaction during 7 a.m. in the morning, then you can post 7 a.m. in the morning. Yep. In the morning. Yep. everything is data driven. We are driven by data. If the data tells us that Friday night is the best time to post, so we follow whatever the data tells us lah.
So there's
Aaron.
Okay. Yeah, Betty, you
Okay,
first.
Aaron,
Hi,
you
Betty.
see where you're sharing of the posting. Let's say, for example, for most of us here, we are Toastmasters. When we do up our posting, we are actually advertising through our social media on that particular event. When the event is over, it is all gone. Whereas in business, when you are doing the posting, that one is more or less perpetual. So just now what you were sharing with us, all those are commercial posting relating to their brand. So it has got to be quite perpetual unless you modify and keep updating. In our Toastmaster fraternity, our posting is somewhat in a different timing. Once it's over, it's over. So nobody will click back to the old posting. We keep moving forward, right? So I hope I can put that correctly, because commercial posting and our club posting, we post because of the activity. In two weeks time, we are having our meeting or our workshop. But when it is over, it's over and it's forgotten. Right? Am I right?
Yes. Whether you're doing it perpetually or even periodically, it doesn't matter. It is still a brand.
Yeah.
Toastmaster is a brand, commercial brand is also a brand. Whatever we're doing right now is still a brand. So the thing that you mentioned just now, it's related to brand storytelling. That would be another topic that we can actually touch on. Yep. Whether it's a perpetual or even it's for a short term, even it's tactical, most important is make sure you answer the problems and frustration of your target audience and give them a solution. And it has to be based on their value pyramid. That's the most important thing.
Okay, thank you.
Aaron,
Back
can I
to
just
you.
ask you a personal question? I mean, for your own Toastmasters club, right? I guess you must have used a social marketing strategy for your club. And in arriving at that, how did you determine the frustrations and the problems your member has to design that strategy?
Benny, we are a new club. So I think I personally, we didn't do much thing yet because I need to really understand the structure. Yeah, at this point of time, we are under the care of Mr. Khalid, and thank you, Mr. Khalid, for giving us the right mindset to be part of Toastmaster. Yeah.
Yeah, his club chartered in June.
Okay.
New
I'll get you
club.
to join my club, then become my member, and you can do the strategy for my club.
Aaron, is it okay to use the same point? For example, I write for Facebook 2 paragraph, for example, and then I copy paste. I use the same and I post in LinkedIn and I post in Instagram. Is it okay, or we need to, like Instagram, we need to make just one sentence?
All right. To answer this, there's no right or wrong in doing that. Actually, there's no right or wrong. But if let's say you have more time, different social media platform has a different demographics, the way they behave, the way they interact, it's different. So the best practices would be to use a different way to write for different platform. And this strategy, we call it repurpose. We repurpose for Instagram, we repurpose for your target market in LinkedIn, and we repurpose for your Facebook fans. So it's different style of writing and even different types of images.
Okay, for NGO like Toastmasters, we consider like NGO lah. If you only have like 3 choice platform, what is your suggestion? Three top platform for NGO.
NGO is still a brand, okay? So we look at the brand requirements. I think most of the misconception or the practices right now is most of the brands right now, they immediately jump onto what platform to use, without knowing the target market. I think the most important is to understand what is your target market first before we select the right platform. If I am to answer this, I would say I will look at if I have not enough data okay, if I have no data on your demographics right now, I would just look at the top 10 social media sites in Malaysia from 18 years old to 65 years old. And number 1 is WhatsApp, number 2 is Facebook, number 3 is Instagram. I will use these 3. Yep, that's my answer.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
WhatsApp, yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, last question or last 2 questions.
Hi, I'm Mizi again.
Hi, Mizi.
We've got to distinguish on 2 target markets, yeah. Because we are a club, the 2 target market. One is our own member. Our own member, the population is not that big. Maximum we've got 40. So it's a very close-knit population. Whereas if we go on public, we are publicizing, we are promoting our own club. So they actually, in my opinion, from my understanding, there's 2 sort of marketing and 2 sort of social media engagement. As Betty said, if it's members, it's more about announcement. And if it's for the public, it's more about promoting the club. Come join the club, come visit the club. And all of us have the same problem, attendance. Am I right? We all have the same problem. And in my opinion, again, it is not about the club. It's all about the individual problem. It's all specific problem. Else, if the club has problem, the members would not have joined it. So, in my opinion, again, we should really understand what is the problem, what is the issue the members are having, and we try to just accommodate them. That's my opinion. Thank you.
All right, Mizi, thank you very much for your feedback. I think you're doing a good job by actually able to identify that your club has 2 segments. One would be the own member, and one would be potential new members lah. All right, and I think you are doing a good job by actually identifying the problems. But there are more. You need to dig deeper lah. You need to dig deeper and come up with more creative postings to tap onto these 2 target markets. For a start, maybe you can talk about. You can create postings related to their needs. All right, Mizi, can you type in your chat bar maybe what's the name of your club? Maybe I can check it out after this.
We try to post video. We do a lot of video of the past meeting. Yeah, short video. We post that and we try to just engage. Tell when is our next meeting, and right after the meeting, we just post the preview, the view of the meeting. What's the experience like? So those are the things that we try to do.
Okay, cool. Yes, video has the highest engagement so far, but most important is the content.
He froze. Is it?
Aaron, your line has dropped. Aaron's line has dropped. Oh, you're back.
Oh,
yeah, your line dropped for a few seconds.
Okay, I was saying that videos are very exciting because that's one of the reasons why TikTok is gaining the traction and momentum. But most important is you have to know, you have to make sure the content of your video is exciting also lah, and has to solve the problems of your target audience. But if you are posting meetings video, I think it's a bit boring. Yeah.
Hello, thank you. Thank you, Aaron, for the sharing just now. I'm Sun Ying from Saturday Club. I just want to ask, do you have any standard that our Toastmaster poster need to include? What items? Normally, our club meeting will have date, time, then is Zoom meeting or physical meeting, then the theme of the meeting. And the background is related to the theme. So I'm thinking whether we should put the Toastmaster thing like, do you want to improve your public speaking? This kind of word inside the poster. Will it be beneficial? Do you have any like template or example that is a good poster for Toastmaster meeting?
Okay, I'm not going to look at this from the Toastmaster point of view. I'm going to look at it from the from an agency point of view. When we take up any projects, we must first understand what would be the corporate identity, the CI. We call it the CI of that particular brand. And if there's a standard standard design manual that we need to follow, we will have to follow. Okay, so that's the first practice. Now the second one would be when you create anything. I always talk back. It goes back to the foundation. You know, whatever posting that you do, whether you want to help create posting related to helping your members to improve their public speaking skills or whatever skills, it is okay. There's no right or wrong, but you must understand that whether they are receptive with your particular posting when they read it. So it goes back to the principles of you need to make sure that you are addressing to their needs, and their value pyramid. This is very important.
Okay.
Aaron, I want to apply what you've been teaching the entire evening to my clubs by starting to find out what's the problem with the members, what the frustration. Can you perhaps suggest what are some of the starting questions that I can use to try to find that out?
Usually, I think I've been even my own club, I have received a questionnaire before. I think that is a good that would be a good start.
No, we can use questionnaires, pulse surveys, and things like that. But what would be a good type of question to ask? I cannot be asking, "Hey, what is your problem? Why aren't you attending meetings?
No,
what
not like
do?
that.
What are your needs?" You know, this is very direct. But what kind of question can we use to solicit?
We call this There's a few templates that you can actually download. But one of the keyword that we use whenever we do all this to find out what's happening. We call this a happiness index. You know, in the happiness index template, there are certain questions that you can use. So it would be great to find out just put up maybe less than 10 questions. More questions, it's hard to interpret. Most important, we interpret the first few. We solve problems step by step.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah, we call it the happiness index. Different brands are using a different happiness index questionnaire. Yep.
All right. Any more questions?
Yeah. Final questions?
One thing I learned tonight is most of the problems are related to attendance. That's my key takeaway. Yeah. Yes, Craig, thank you very much. Yeah, the questionnaire that I received is called Moments of Truth. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Yep.